Hi guys, we just got on board, and Lord Voldemort is doing the videoing here. So the first thing, once we get on board as a crew, the captain picks up the E-Tech log or aircraft maintenance log, and everything is in here now. Departure times and landing times and so on is all in here. Carried forward defects, if there are any, we read them in here, and we can also just see if there's any limitations we've got to apply. So everything is in here now. It's no longer a book, it's all electronic in Cathay Pacific. So we've done that. The airplane's okay, it's serviceable, we can go. The engineer has just released it for flight, and we've gone through it as a team. What do you suppose is the most important thing check after this, once we get in the seat and we've done the egg maintenance log? What do you think is the most important one? Lord Voldemort, what do you say?
I was going to say the oxygen test.
Oxygen test.
The oxygen.
Oxygen test. Okay, so the oxygen test is the first thing we do. We make sure that, you know, we'll be able to breathe. And over here, just in the corner here, is where the oxygen. You just put some light on there. There it is. That's the oxygen. So I latch the intercom switch, put the speaker volume up, and then press it once and check the star, the cross comes up. And that noise you hear tells me that the microphone in the mask, which is in the box here, is going to work when I need it. And then I unlatch the intercom switch, select emergency, which gives us positive pressure in the mask, and press that for at least 3 to 5 seconds, and make sure the drop here is not more than 30 psi for the crew oxygen. Passenger oxygen is minimum 1700, so we're okay for oxygen. And each crew member does that at their station to make sure we can breathe. On the 747 we have a gaseous oxygen system, and it's contained in bottles that are in the forward cargo hold, as opposed to oxygen generators that are in the passenger service units above your heads and so on in the passenger cabin. We actually have a gaseous system, and the gaseous system was also fitted for passenger operations. So on 747 at gaseous oxygen, it didn't last only 15 minutes like modern aircraft. We had it, and it would last for 2 to 3 hours. Passengers could be on oxygen. There was not a 15-minute limit like a lot of the modern aircraft have got now, with little generators in each panel above your head. So 747, always great. Today I'm flying with Ricardo here.
Hello.
Ricardo, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Good to be back.
And Ricardo was in Cathay Pacific before, right?
Yes, back in
2019, and then you went back to
South Africa.
during the COVID times, and then you decided to come back.
Thought to come back.
Yes, very good.
Yeah,
who were you flying with in the interim, in between?
I was flying for a contract company called ATEC.
ATEC?
Yeah, ATEC. Yeah.
What airplane?
It's a Beechcraft 1900D.
1900D, but you went some interesting places.
Yes, I did tours in Djibouti, and we flew to Yemen.
Yemen?
And then I did tours for the Red Cross in Nigeria.
Nigeria as well.
Yeah, and then after that I joined a company, a regional air carrier in South Africa called
Airlink, yeah.
Flew the E-Jet series for them, so I flew the
Which
190s.
E190s?
Yeah, the 190, 195,
195 as well.
170s.
And 170s.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
And then Cathay called me back, and I decided to come back.
And then you're back on the
Yeah,
747.
Yeah.
But before that, before you went back, you were second officer on the Airbus 350. Right?
Yes, that's correct.
And so on.
Yeah, I was on the 350 fleet.
And you've come back to the proper aeroplane, the real, the real deal.
It's a real deal.
Yeah.
Much bigger as well.
Yes.
It's quite fun.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So that's the most important check. Like I said, oxygen. We all know about oxygen and incidents in the past in different aircraft where there's been a problem with oxygen, and we can't go anywhere unless you've got the right amount of oxygen. Always, it keeps you alive, right? And then the rest comes later. So that's one of the first check we do here is oxygen test, blah, 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 and then we carry on with the rest of the pre-flight. So there you go, Lord Voldemort. I hope you're doing well with that filming. Yes. Good.
That's great.
Yeah. So that's Ricardo, just in case you didn't see him properly.
I've seen it before.
Yeah. So you did your first landing, by the way, Ricardo, yesterday.
Yeah, it was here yesterday. Last night in Hanoi.
Into Hanoi, yeah.
Yeah,
So we're now going Hanoi to Saigon, Saigon to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about your first landing then?
It was actually quite good.
Yeah?
I've got it. The aircraft lands actually very nice.
Very nicely, yeah.
No different than most aircraft.
Yeah, you flew it very well. That
you
was
very
good.
much.
Your first landing on the 747
Yes.
at night time too.
Yes, at night and at a runway it's a bit more narrow than normal. So
Yeah.
it was quite nice.
Yes,
I have to
good.
say. Very
Okay.
very similar to the sim as well.
Good. Let's show us your thing now into Ho Chi Minh
Yeah.
and then into Hong Kong.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Go
Okay.
for it.
Later. So later, guys. Bye. Tim, you're the safety pilot today, and you did a good job filming. So I'll have a look at it later and then criticize as
Yeah.
appropriate.
Thank you.
So Tim, your name's Tim, but I've always called you Tom, right?
Yes.
For reasons that we now know. Okay. I hope you don't give us some weird spells on this flight, because I know you're very powerful with those spells. The people from Harry Potter will know what I'm talking about. He's Tim Riddle, but I call him Tom. Okay, for the reasons that I call him also Lord Voldemort.
Yes.
You know, but we're not frightened of you. That's the difference.
That's the problem.
Good. So Tom, you've been in Cathay Pacific how long now?
18 years.
18 years. Good. And we go back quite a while, and we flew together when you were first officer. Then I did some of your upgrade command training to become a captain. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got through. Good heavens.
Yeah. The standards are going. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Well, nice to have you on board as our safety pilot. Keep an eye on us.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's it. That's Tim. Rather Tom. Right.